Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work without you guys. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up there, guys. How are you on this Taco Tuesday? Man, I don't know about you, but to me, it feels like time is just flying by. Look at that. Look at the clock down there. Look at the clock. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Rams, 33 days, 11 hours, and 5 seconds from right now. That's it. That's all the time there is between now and kickoff against the Rams. No preseason games. I'm still not sure how I feel about not having preseason games because, it gets us in practice. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to be ready for that first live stream, and maybe what we need to do is maybe this weekend or we should do a practice game. Do a practice live stream, with the past game, just so we can start getting into shape, because I need some preseason. I want to be in, when we have that game, in case part of the season is canceled, I want to make sure we are ready for that first one. But, as we've gone through this off season, is it me or does this off season feel different than what we've had in the past? I mean, we've got Jerry Jones not speaking for months. The only bad headlines about our players have been they've been working out and practicing. They've been getting together and working out. We didn't have anything like, the Giants have had with having released a kicker or Baker being arrested and charged with 4 crimes, or, Geis. We didn't have any of those headline things. We have effectively, hurt TMZ stock because there's nothing they can get on the Cowboys. The only thing they could do on the Cowboys was make some shit up. Put false pictures in an article saying that the Cowboys had, a kegger basically at Dak Prescott's house and used pictures from a restaurant to say that was Dak's house. That's the only thing we've had. Mike McCarthy, had his press conference a few days ago. Businesslike. Had no holdouts. And we have guys that seem like they're on a different level in desire, in shape, ready to work. Am I crazy? Am I being Charlie Brown? Because so many times we've gone through the off season and we've believed the off season hype, that we think that we're going to be kicking that field goal. And at the last second, Lucy, aka Jerry Jones, or the NFL, pulls that football right out from underneath of us, and we go flipping end over end over end. But I'm telling you, it feels so different. Shout out to everybody who came in our live stream last night. Our live stream was a little different than usual. A lot of times we have a lot of just SOBs, people that their whole thing is just to try and blow stuff up, okay? But last night we actually had fun and we had real conversations and things. We had a Giant fan. We haven't seen many Giant fans in quite a while who came in and said that Danny Dimes is better than Wentz and Dak. And I said, yeah, he's better at fumbling the football. And I was like, you got Jason Garrett. We'll see how that works out. But yesterday, we heard Jason Witten. Jason Witten, will be a Hall of Famer. Basically, I don't know why. There's a couple of guys that you look at and just say, why are we going to wait 5 years? When Tom Brady retires, okay, just when he walks off the field, have the bust ready. Let's be honest. I don't like Tom Brady. I don't like New England, but you have to recognize what the guy's done. And that's where Jason Witten is. But Jason Witten yesterday, it was kind of interesting because, it's crazy to see him in a Raider uniform. And he was talking about John Gruden's offense. And he said, they basically kind of, he said, I'm having a brain fart. But basically, he's like, I've got down the 1,000 pages so far. I only have 9,000 more to go. And then I started thinking, because then I started reading this article. And this was from Jason Witten himself. I think anytime you have a coaching change and a new program being built, that's part of the business, Witten said of his exit in Dallas. Obviously, I had a great relationship over 16, 17 years there with the Jones family. Very honest and very upfront, of course, with Mike McCarthy, looking at that talented team. But this was a unique opportunity for me as well to come here. I'm invigorated by the challenges, and I'm where I am in my career. Like I said, it made a lot of sense from a fit and role and a presence that I could have. I didn't really overthink it. Just a great opportunity to go in there and compete. I'm very fortunate for that. I'll challenge myself to play at a high level, even where at my age, it's been a lot of fun for me. Obviously, I had a great relationship over 16, 17 years there with the Joneses family. Not a word about Jason Garrett. Not a word. I'm kind of surprised on that, because we were always sold with Des Bryant talking about Jason Garrett's guys. You know, he called Sean Snake Lee. You know, Jason Witten and Des, you know, they kind of clashed. And you thought that Jason Witten was one of those Jason Garrett guys. And now you're talking about, you know, you thought you'd seen it all in your 16, 17 years of football, and now you get this offense that's just like super complex. Is that kind of saying that the Cowboys offense was very simplistic? I don't know. I'm asking you guys. It just kind of makes you wonder where we are with the whole perception of Jason Garrett. I know Dak Prescott loves Jason Garrett, and you can understand completely why. Jason Garrett gave him his chance. Jason Garrett believed in him when it came to Tony Romo coming back. So, of course, you're going to like that guy. It's not a matter of hating a guy just because he gets fired. It's a matter of, personal relationship. But the question is was part of the downfall of the Dallas Cowboys, the reason why we kept missing the football over and over again, was it because things weren't there on the field, challenge-wise for the players, where the players are being challenged to get the best out of them? Were we lacking in complexion of design, giving us advantages? We'll find out. We'll find out. We know that Mike McCarthy's offense is going to be doing a lot more things. We know our defense with Mike Nolan is definitely going to be challenging the players and using them differently than the way they were. We're going to go from a, bend don't break to an aggressive defense. I can't wait to see that. Now, for Jason Garrett hasn't had anything since he was let go by the Cowboys. Today will be the day that Jason Garrett actually speaks to the press. It'll be interesting what Jason Garrett has to say, and to see if you can just take the Giants uniform and put a Cowboys uniform on, and if it's the same ones that we've been seeing year after year after year. And maybe that is the, I don't want to say downfall. We are creatures of habit. I know that anybody who watches this morning report knows exactly how it's going to go. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. I'm going to point at Joe Boo. I'm going to roll my arm at Joe Bear. And I'm going to say, boom, let's get over business and let's wake up the football gods. That's what I do every day. And I like that consistency because it gets me in a groove. It may be monotonous to you. It may end up being that it turns off to some people, but that's the way I know. And it seems like Jason Garrett, maybe that's just the way Jason Garrett is. That's where his comfort zone is, and that's the way it gets into a groove. Doesn't mean it's going to work. Doesn't mean it's not going to work. It's just the way it is. And so we'll see how that goes with the Giants. So a question was asked to me last night. between the Giants and the Washington football team. And it still kills me every time I say the Washington football team. Do I think they have a chance to step up and challenge the Cowboys and Eagles? There's always a chance. You look at how many times teams have gone from worst to first in the NFC East. In fact, we haven't had a repeat champion since 2002, 2003, 2004 when the Philadelphia Eagles did. Every year, doesn't matter if teams have won Super Bowls or the division or how good a season they have not repeated 2 years in a row. Or have not repeated. It would be, of course, 2 years in a row. And we've seen our team, 2015, 4-12, turn around 13-3. We've seen the Eagles in the basement go on to win the Super Bowl. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility. I will say that it will be difficult because both of them having new coaches in a shortened off season. The Washington team has a lot of talent on defense. I'm not sure they have that much talent on offense. And then losing Geis right here in training camp definitely is going to hurt. They still have AP, and AP's on a mission to get 4,000 and some odd yards so he can get the record. But I don't see the Washington team being from the basement to the penthouse. And the Giants, I'm sorry, the Giants have so many holes. It's just hard to see them being able to compete. So I just don't see it. It's a two-horse race. And my honest opinion, not through my heart, is that I think that the Eagles team, since that Super Bowl, has been trending their way down. It's the natural progression of teams that peak, go to the Super Bowl, and then, with the exception of New England, end up waning. The only one that's been up there like a dynasty is New England. But you look at Atlanta, you look at Carolina, you look at teams that go to the Super Bowl, all of a sudden the next couple of years they go down. And that's the way I think the Eagles have been trending. Call me a hater if you want. I'm just putting out there the normal trends. All right, y'all. I got some work to do. Got to go see my cousin, take care of his roof. And we got a mug rack we're going to take down to him. And I got to go by my parents' house and see them. So I hope you guys have a great Taco Tuesday. And any news on the Dallas Cowboys, we'll be sure to bring it to you. And we can't actually wait to hear what Jason Garrett has to say for the Giants. One last thing.
Picture if you were a driver of a car and you had a wreck and your hand was almost severed off, but you didn't understand your anatomy. You look down, you're spurting blood, you open the door and run to the woods and either die bleeding to death or shock. The educated man looks down, knows his anatomy, squeezes and knows his best chance is to wait for help. That's because he's been there a lot and done that. And so I'm waiting, I'm squeezing and waiting for help.
The really educated man will put a rag on it and squeeze. And maybe even a tourniquet. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon.